It's China versus America, and it's a battle for dominance. It's going to shock the stock market, continue to, all the way through 2025. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. First of all, you've had years of American dominance. For years, America has dominated the currency market. It's dominated the tech market. Think about all the big tech companies. That's one of the biggest reasons that America, of course, has been the leading superpower in the world. But its dominance is being threatened. Of course, Americans don't like that after decades of actually dominating the world and having influence. All of a sudden, there's this superpower called China that's coming up. Have they stolen IP? Well, certainly America thinks they have. They feel that there's a trade deficit caused by the fact that Americans are spending so much and China's producing it so effectively. Okay, of course, there's arguments both ways on who's right and who's wrong. And it's one of the reasons why it's going to continue. I'll tell you what it's going to affect. First of all, it's going to affect semiconductors. America wants to block the sale. They're the new oil. Think about it. China needs those semiconductors. Can they find ways of producing them themselves? Semiconductors being stopped going into China is one of the biggest things that America is trying to do. Same time, of course, you've got China owns nearly $1 trillion in US Treasury bills, dollars. Of course, if they were to sell that, dump those treasuries, that would affect the dollar and would affect America's borrowing. They'd have an issue. There's no question about it. So, of course, you would say, why don't these two countries settle down, come to some sort of agreement? Well, of course, it's going to go from here to here to here to here. In other words, they're going to have to try and actually find a middle road. But don't expect that to be easy because ultimately they both want dominance. So what's going to gain? Well, gold's going to gain. It already has, but it's going to continue to do so. Semiconductor companies, they're going to try and find ways to actually make sure they continue to grow their market in every which way they can. Same time, you've got defense stock is likely to do well because you've got a world that's extremely divided. You've got companies in Europe that are going to do well, like the banking sector as an example. China versus America is massive. Right now, many countries are going to have to decide, are they actually with America or are they with China? So, for example, you've got Russia. Which side do they go for? You've also got countries like India, where America's trying to persuade them to be on their side. It's US versus China. It's going to affect the market. So make sure that you follow me on YouTube. I'll keep you up to date with exactly what's going on so you can make the best investment decisions and make sure you're making money, even in an unpredictable market.